Hi, I've been thinking about PC3 and realised it's some time since we last did a video update. So what have we been up to over the last few months? Well, a lot of the emphasis that we've been placing has been on coaching, which is a key to the project. We're using coaching as a way of supporting our learners to follow a personalised curriculum. And in order to do that, the team has needed to develop coaching skills so that we're able not only to support the students but also to develop training materials for staff and develop other staff to be able to continue with the process. So we've been all undertaking over the last 6 months an Institute of Leadership and Management coaching qualification, which has been fascinating to do and actually a lot more difficult than we initially, or certainly than I initially expected. It seems a very easy thing, coaching. We talk about coaching quite glibly, but to actually be able to step back and not impose your own views and your own opinions and your own expectations on somebody while you're having that discussion is actually very difficult, particularly for academics. I think we have a tendency to mentor and guide rather than, and perhaps tutor rather than coach. So we've been practicing, we're working through that now, and we expect to have our first cohort of students to coach from early next year, from January. So that's the first thing we've been doing. We also decided that the way to introduce this PC3 model of coaching for personalised learning was to introduce a new module which could be then embedded into any program within the institution, and that module would allow us to both cost and manage the coaching process. So we're now in the process, the module's been validated, a first instance of it, and we're now in the process of developing resources for it, because we plan for it to be entirely online. The coaching itself could be face-to-face or done through Illuminate or some other communication tool, but the resources for it will all be made available through our repository as open educational resources. And so we're developing up to 120 hours of learning resource over the next few months. Now you may be thinking, well, what's that got to do with curriculum design, because we're actually part of the curriculum design program rather than curriculum delivery. But we've actually found that it's very, very difficult, particularly in the approach that we're taking, to separate the two, and that in fact the way that we're enabling this personalised design of curriculum is actually through the delivery of a different sort of program. And so we are needing to provide these resources, and we're getting a number of staff to help us to do that, and using as much as possible resources that we can locate elsewhere. So we're at the moment trawling through a whole range of different sources of potential learning resources that we can build into learning objects to suit our needs and to support our students. And indeed, we're hoping that those resources will also be able to be used to support staff, so that we can develop the staff onto a coaching program. One of the spin-offs of that has been that a lot of staff, when they've seen what we're planning to do and how we're developing it, even though they may not want to take on board the full PC3 program, have said that they really would like to use some of these resources to introduce more flexibility through the PDP provision that they have on their programs. And so we're starting to see the possibilities of how what we're doing with PC3 can have an impact not only on the personalised curriculum program within the university, but also on the more traditional deliveries within the university. So that's all been really exciting. So that's really where we're up to, and coaching has been really the main focus of what we're up to at the moment, what we're doing. And hopefully in the next few months we'll have a lot more resources and things that we'll be able to demonstrate to other projects and so on, to show how we're working. Thanks very much.